Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of DGS. We are now here talking with Gina about what we found when we investigated and see if Gina does actually want us to take up her defense. Result of the investigation. Ugh! Alright already, I get it! Quit looking at me like that, Iris! I'll ask you then. Did you figure out who the real killer is? Unfortunately, we still don't know. For real? Gina-sama, when he says he still doesn't know, that means that Naruhodo-sama doesn't think you're the killer. It's true that we still don't know who the real killer is, but there are some things we do know. Huh? Like what? For example, the reason that you broke into the shop last night. The reason Gina-san broke into the storeroom last night. I've got to shove it in her face. Yes, we do. Let's do it. It was safely stored away at Hatch-san's shop. The manuscript Iris-chan wrote, I mean. Is that so? That's good then, right? The shop's storeroom bore mysteriously few signs of having been dug through. There was only one thing that had been searched. The document box containing this manuscript. The night of the murder, the one who looked into that document box was you, wasn't it? You were checking whether the manuscript of the Hound of Baskervilles was really there. And that was your goal in breaking into the storeroom. Will you talk to us about Iris-chan's manuscript? We'll do that in a second. The defense's request. I've already prepared the defense request and other necessary documents. All that's left is to take it to the court office. Will you allow me to defend you tomorrow? Yeah, I don't think so. Jeannie! That defense request, was it called? Tear it up and throw it away. There's no rubbish bin in this cell. Then what will you do about your trial tomorrow? I'll figure something out on my own. I don't think you will. Either way, I won't know unless I try. Oh boy, she's a stubborn one, alright. Iris's manuscript. The Hound of the Baskervilles. The unannounced manuscript of Holmes' stories. I'm sure it's worth an incredible amount of money. Yes, I doubt it's worth any less than 5,000 pounds. Huh? Gina-san, were you planning to sell? But that's so mean, Jeannie. What? Yeah, just a minute now. There's no way I'd do that. I was just trying to see whether that manuscript really was being held in that pawn shop. I wanted to see for myself and know once and for all. Naturally, you did so for Iris-sama's sake, correct? Huh? We've known that from the start. I knew it! You're just the person I thought you were, Jeannie! When I saw the manuscript in that storeroom, I remember what we talked about last night. Adults always pretend like everything's normal as they feed you the most horrible lies. You just don't realize it yet. There's no manuscript at that shop. If you check, you'll know it's true. Actually, there are times that I doubt Holmesy just a little. But I did wonder if maybe he hid that manuscript somewhere without telling me. I know I mustn't think such things, but makes me happy, Genie. Fine. I'll tell you the truth. So quit looking at me like that, Iris. Your reason for breaking in. It wasn't like I was doing it for her or anything. I just wanted to know the truth. About whether Home-sama had really taken the manuscript to be held at Hatch-sama's shop. Like I said last night, I never had a papa or anything like that. But it's different for Iris. She's got a papa, but she can't see him. I figured it had to be way lonelier that way. Oh. That's why Iris writes her papa's stories. Last night, that was my immediate thought when I heard about it. Papa's stories? So the stories Iris-chan has been writing haven't been about the deeds of a famous detective, but about the deeds accomplished together by the famous detective and the partner that supports him. At least that's what I figured. I knew you were a nice person, Genie. Oops, I'm hitting the mic, sorry. Of course she is. I knew it too. Listen, would you quit saying that? There's nothing I hate more than when people pretend to be such good friends. I don't trust anyone, so I can never be betrayed by anyone. Look at that new animation she's got. So just go away. Gina-san's coat sleeves. I didn't notice until just now, but... Oh. There's obviously some sort of dark stain on them. Oh, shit. Shit. Did... He got Mortar's blood on that coat. That's why he put it away at the pawn shop, too. What? Don't look at me like that. I guess I better show her that. Okay, which one was the coat one? Was this the coat one? This is the music box, this is the coat one, right? You are holding on to this claim check, right? It's for the black coat you're wearing right now. Oh, this? I wonder. All claims checks look the same to me. That's obviously not true. By the way, this claim check has a blood-like stain on it. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? I wonder. All blood looks the same to me. I knew it. Something's definitely fishy here. Okay, let's present the blood samples. Those stains on that coat you're wearing, they wouldn't happen to be blood, would they? I don't know who it would be, though. Huh? But blood! But as far as I can see, you don't appear to be injured, Gina-san. So perhaps there was some blood spatter when Hatch-san was shot last night. Now, before you stop making guesses. Indeed, it's faster if we use this baby. Hold on! What are you gonna do with that, Iris? Right. Here we go, Genie. Don't move. It's probably Mortar's blood is gonna show up. Oh yeah, that's Mr. Mortar's blood. What the? It wasn't just the sleeves. There's so much. I see. The coat was black, so we couldn't see it until just now. And the purple blood we just found is a perfect match with one of the samples we've already found. Let's see. That blood belongs to Mr. Mortar the Mason, the victim in the murder 2 months ago. I thought so. What does that mean? The murder victim? This is difficult to say, but it appears that now we finally managed to solve the murder from 2 months ago. That's what we can conclude. The true culprit responsible for Murder-sama's the Mason's death was... What's going on? You better tell me too! We have made a false verdict. The true culprit in the murder 2 months ago. The victim's blood is splattered all over Mr. Mangodal's coat. During the trial 2 months ago, Mangodal-sama testified the following. When you see someone collapsed in front of you, the only humane thing to do is to try to help them up, wouldn't you say? I reached out to him, paying little mind to the blood soaking into my leather gloves. But looking at this coat makes it clear. There's no way all this blood got there just from him helping the victim up. Yes, if that were true, the blood wouldn't be splattered like this. In other words, this blood can only be the splatter from when he stabbed the victim. I've been running from that thought this whole time, but can't avert my eyes from the truth any longer. The true killer in that case really was Kazni Mangodal. You sneaky bastard. Naruhodo-sama. We've finally arrived at the conclusion of that case. I got the true killer declared not guilty in that trial. With the fake evidence and testimony he fabricated. I can't believe it. Did you believe in him, Naruhodo-kun? In that Mangodal person? I believed. I think I should have. I mean, faith is the only weapon available to a defense attorney. Your weapon? Defense attorney's weapon. Back in Japan, my best friend taught me. You mean Kazuma-sama? Oh shit, we're gonna talk about Asogi now? Flashback 2?
Listen up, Naruhodo. There's no way for a defense attorney to know the truth. So, a defense attorney has only one weapon. And that's faith in their client, and nothing else.
Faith.
We're able to fight with everything we have because we believe in our client from the depths of our hearts. And no matter what the battle is, there is no victory without conviction. That's why I believe in you.
Man, Asogi, you are such a bro. I'm getting all upset again. Is something funny, Gina-san? This country of yours, Japan, sounds pretty naive to me. See, this is what happens when you trust people too easily. I got someone who committed murder declared not guilty. But now, you realized it too, right? If you believe in someone, they end up betraying you, and you just get hurt. So, as soon as you trust someone, you've already lost. If you don't trust anyone, no one can betray you. If If I may, Gina-sama. What? Allow me to confirm just one final thing. What shall we do with this defense request for tomorrow's trial? Look, I already told you, right? Tear it up and throw it away. Are you really sure about that? Even that defense attorney there thinks that's for the best, right? No. In the trial 2 months ago, I gave false testimony and fooled everyone. And yet now you're saying you want to trust me? There's no way. Your thoughts, Naruhodo-sama. The only weapon a defense attorney has is faith in their client. So my final answer comes down to whether I trust Gina-san. I trust Gina, I don't trust Gina. Let's trust her. Gina-san, I'll say it one more time. In tomorrow's trial, will you allow me to defend you? Huh? What are you saying? Well, you haven't confessed to your crime even once. I believe what you told me. Naruhodo. Did you even hear what I just said just now? I'm a pickpocket who has no problem with lying through her teeth. Just 2 months ago, I tricked you, and something horrible happened. For you to trust someone so horrible? It doesn't make sense. Well, you were forced into it, first of all. Doesn't care about being a pickpocket. Mango Doll forced you. Gina-sama. We understand why you don't trust people, but I believe there is still something you don't know. But what would that be? In this world, there are people that it's okay to trust, and that's a fact. Huh? I admit that I'm just an unreliable exchange student, but at the very least, I'm certain of this. Whatever happens, to the very bitter end, I'm on your side. What the heck? Oh. We got you, Gina. We got you. In that case, I shall go and begin processing this defense request. I'm quite proud of the way I wrote it, so it seems an awful waste to simply throw it away. Okay, Shisato. Have it your way. You Japanese don't make a lick of sense. Gina-san must have felt relieved, because she withdrew into her cell. I wonder if things will turn out okay. We good? I guess we're good now. What? What? No? You! Person hiding over there! Eavesdropping is an incredibly cowardly act. Show yourself at once! Susato-san? In one of those back cells, there's a human presence that wasn't there before. What? Who's eavesdropping? Confound it all. Gregson! Is this that Japanese ninjutsu I've heard so much about? You were the one doing the sneaking though, detective. Greggy-san! Well, begging your pardon, young lady. How long have you been eavesdropping over there, Greggy-san? Nonsense! I never eavesdrop. I simply heard that there were some insolent whelps who refused to leave even though visiting hours were over. Caught unawares, I hurried over and arrived just now. And that's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Visiting hours are... Wow, I didn't realize it gotten so late. Well then, young lady, please pardon my intrusion. If it pleases you, I will now at once withdraw. I bid you farewell. He's just tossing out random greetings now.
But you're already here, so won't you talk with us, Greggy-san?
Well, you see, I don't have time to take it easy right now.
Oh, is that right? That's too bad.
If we don't hurry and settle the state of emergency at the High Court of Justice, Lord Vortex will...
State of emergency?
Lord Vortex? Anyway, young lady, that's the way it has to be.
Alright, I understand. Let's play together next time then.
Yes, your wish is my command. Now then, if you'll excuse me, until then. Now he's tossing out a bunch of diplomatic phrases.
Greggy-san sure is funny, isn't he? I like that terrified edge of his.
Iris, you're right. I don't think I've ever seen a detective bow so low to a 10-year-old before. State of emergency at the High Court of Justice, huh? I'm really curious.
Now then, I will head to the court office.
Alright, thank you.
You and Iris-sama may go home together without me, Naruhodo-sama.
Can I finish this investigation within today? And so, our investigation ended. Susato-san went to the court office to process Gina-san's defense request. And that's when the thing I somehow managed to seal away was revived in my heart, in spite of my best efforts. The realization that, tomorrow, Susato-san will be returning home to Japan. Oh shit, that's right. Look how much she'd done for us before she had to go, though. Bless her. Same day at 11:13 p.m., Naruhodo Legal Advisory Office.
Naruhodo-sama, thank you for all your hard work today.
No, that's what I should be saying to you, Susato-san. Home-san was shot, and Gina-san was arrested right in front of her. And she received news of her father's illness, and it was decided that she had to return to Japan. I pray that your father, Professor Mikatoba, will be okay.
Thank you for your consideration. I wonder why. There are so many words swirling around in my head, like leaves in a storm, and yet I haven't the slightest idea how to express them.
I feel the same.
In any case, as your legal aid, there's just one more thing. One final task I must finish. And then I think we can consider the preparations for tomorrow to be complete.
A final task? This song, this whole scene is making me sad. Going home.
It's been 2 months since our arrival in London. We just established our own office, and just when it seemed like there was so much ahead of us. If I said I had no regrets, that would be a lie.
Susato-san.
It's just so sudden. What and how should I process right now? I can't put my mind in order.
It's been only a short time, but there's something I felt after having stood in various trials as a defense attorney.
May I ask what that is?
Humans are actually many-faceted. Actually many-faceted? Have many facets? Is that what that's what the translation is? Humans have many facets or something?
Many facets.
And those people cast complicated shadows, which cause crimes to occur. But we can only see a very small part of that. As for what lurks in the places we can't see, those things may remain unseen forever.
You're certainly right about that.
For us right now, there are still so many things that we can't see. But someday, when all our fates intersect, we may be able to see how everything links with our own eyes. In GGS too, maybe!
Naruhodo-sama. The important thing is that until that day comes, we must keep moving forward, eyes wide open, without stopping. That's what I think. It's been just 2 months since all that, and yet you've really started showing promise.
Oh!
Huh? What did you say? Never mind. It was nothing.
Tomorrow's departure.
What time tomorrow morning do you leave London? Well, when I looked at the ship ticket I received earlier, the departure time was 4 a.m.
I see.
Then I'll escort you to London Station. I can't allow that. I'm sure you must also understand that tomorrow morning you have an important duty.
Gina-san's trial.
I know, but it is your words that will decide Gina-sama's fate. So, for tonight, please rest your body, even if it's only a little. That is my request to you.
Final task. What was that final task you mentioned earlier?
Oh, that was close. I nearly forgot. Please accept this.
What is it? Looks like a thick sheaf of documents.
These are your case files from 2 months ago. The murder that occurred on the omnibus.
Kazni Mengadal.
Hatch-sama's murder in his pawn shop. I can still feel that man's shadow lurking in it as of yet impenetrable darkness. So I took the liberty of compiling the documents pertaining to his case.
Damn, when did she have the time to do that? Even at a time like this, she's written everything down clearly and in beautiful handwriting.
If you like, perhaps you'll be able to use it as ammunition in tomorrow's trial somehow.
Thank you so much. I'll be sure to put it to good use. I really think you're the best legal aid in the world, Susato-san.
I am truly glad to receive such a compliment. But surely, I have failed as a legal aid.
What? Did you say something just now?
No, it was nothing.
Like hell it was nothing! Mengadal's case documents. All the materials pertaining to Mengadal-san's case 2 months ago. Compiled for me by Susato-san.
Now, it's already quite late. You ought to get some rest, Naruhodo-sama. I will return to my room and prepare for my journey home.
Susato-san.
I'll be praying for your victory. Well, good night.
Please wait. I still have something important to say to... That motion that Susato just did was amazing. What the?
That was my secret move. I call it Susato Dilution.
Susato Dilution? I'm sorry, but it still looks like a Susato toss.
Please, spare me. You say goodbye to me right now. I'll cry.
Oh my god. Did you notice that the screen fogged up too? Susato-san. What an exhausting day. Walking around investigating, thawing Gina-san's heart, finding out the truth behind the case from 2 months ago. My mind and body are both exhausted, and yet
How could I possibly sleep? That's what I thought to myself, but I forced myself to close my eyes. Various scenes of these 2 months we spent in London drifted through my mind. At some point, I managed to fall asleep. Poor Susato. These two. I'm gonna wait until I get it to be continued and we'll stop. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll get to the trial portion in the next. Oh, there's what? Okay. I would think this would be the start of the trial, but it's not. It's actually still the same day. 4:17, late night, St. Andrew's Hospital. Hospital room 3. Is Holmes okay? I see. I understand the situation well. Please, I leave this in your hands. I'll do everything as you have requested. Thank you very much. I'm glad that I got to see you one last time, Sherlock Holmes-sama. Those are my lines. Now then, I wish you a safe voyage. Miss Susato. What? What just happened? Why is she there? What did she do? What did she give Sherlock to do? What? Oh, to be continued. Fuck everything. Okay. Okay. I guess she had other parting gifts to give us. Well, I guess we'll find out sooner or later in the trial, right? Alright, we're stopping here and continue into the trial in the next video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Things we do know. Huh? Like what? For example, the reason that you broke into the shop last night. The reason Gina-san broke into the storeroom last night. I've got to shove it in her face. Yes, we do. Let's do it. It was safely stored away at Hatchison's shop. The manuscript Iris-chan wrote, I mean. Is that so? That's good then, right? The shop's storeroom bore mysteriously few signs of having been dug through. There was only one thing that had been searched. The document box containing this manuscript. The night of the murder, the one who looked into that document box was you, wasn't it? You were checking whether the manuscript of the Hound of Baskervilles was really there. And that was your goal in breaking into the storeroom. Will you talk to us about Iris-chan's manuscript? We'll do that in a second. The defense's request. I've already prepared the defense request and other necessary documents. All that's left is to take it to the court office. Will you allow me to defend you tomorrow? Yeah, I don't think so. Jeannie! That defense request, was it called? Tear it up and throw it away. There's no rubbish bin in this cell. Then what will you do about your trial tomorrow? I'll figure something out on my own. I don't think you will. Either way, I won't know unless I try. Oh boy, she's a stubborn one, alright. Iris's manuscript. The Hound of the Baskervilles. The unannounced manuscript of Holmes' stories. I'm sure it's worth an incredible amount of money. If you check, you'll know it's true. Actually, there are times that I doubt Holmesy just a little. but I did wonder if maybe he hid that manuscript somewhere without telling me. I know I mustn't think such things, but... that makes me happy, Genie. Fine. I'll tell you the truth. So quit looking at me like that, Iris. Your reason for breaking in. It wasn't like I was doing it for her or anything. I just wanted to know the truth. About whether Home-sama had really taken the manuscript to be held at Hachsama's shop. Like I said last night, I never had a papa or anything like that. But it's different for Iris. She's got a papa, but she can't see him. I figured it had to be way lonelier that way. Yes, I doubt it's worth any less than 5,000 pounds.
Huh?
Gina-san, were you planning to sell...
But that's so mean, Genie. What? Yeah, just a minute now. There's no way I'd do that. I was just trying to see whether that manuscript really was being held in that pawn shop. I wanted to see for myself and know once and for all.
Naturally, you did so for Iris-sama's sake, correct?
Huh?
We've known that from the start.
I knew it. You're just the person I thought you were, Genie.
Ugh. When I saw the manuscript in that storeroom, I remember what we talked about last night. Adults always pretend like everything's normal as they feed you the most horrible lies. You just don't realize it yet. There's no manuscript at that shop. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of DGS. We are now here talking with Gina about what we found when we investigated and see if Gina does actually want us to take up her defense. Result of the investigation.
Ugh! Alrighty, I get it. Quit looking at me like that, Iris.
I'll ask you then. Did you figure out who the real killer is? Unfortunately, we still don't know.
For real?
Gina-sama, when he says he still doesn't know, that means that Naruhodo-sama doesn't think you're the killer. It's true that we still don't know who the real killer is, but there are some